From doing the Arts Award, I got a lot more practice at doing my art stuff, and I made some really good pieces too, and that got me recognised. My school wanted to put them forward.
I loved being given the challenge of finding out more about the arts and developing my own talents.
The idea of Funky Flamingo Club, it's aimed at people with learning disabilities. So the whole club is run and managed by people with learning disabilities. It can be anything from kind of wheelchair bound to learning difficulties and kind of attention span, anything at all. But the idea is that the club is run 100% by those people.
DJ Poptastic. It's a DJing session for people with learning difficulties and disabilities, like me, and I've been doing it for a few years now and I'm really enjoying it.
In my acting I've done lots of things. I've joined Bombing Operatic Society, and so I've taken a few lead roles now in different shows that we put on. And that's all through the Arts Award really, so discovering what's going on and what I can do.
I'm a photographer and I've been doing lots of different photographs for the Arts Award. I do mainly digital photography because I can't really afford to do film. And I like to experiment really. I like portraits and I like landscapes.
And I'm going to play a song called Spinning that I've written myself. The Arts Award is an amazing opportunity because you get to look into the world of arts basically. And if you're not quite sure what you want to do with your future, or you've never been really interested in the arts Award actually shows you how much is out there to do with drama. It's not just acting on the stage, it's behind the scenes as well, with all the technical part of it and the scenery and all the art behind that. And dance, it's not just doing a set routine, it's expressing yourself, and same with singing and anything that comes with the arts. It's just a great insight into the world of arts.
It's given her an awful lot more encouragement to go forward with young people, her peers, you know, and it's opened up all new fields for her. The avenues that it's opened up to her is incredible. It's just so rewarding to see it in young people from being a little bit shy actually, you know, to just absolutely blossoming.
In shimmering mirrors, their faces glow. They are dressed in flame reds, misty blacks, pastel pinks. The sun dips into a net of screams. The moon sets alight the midnight skies.
I went to different workshops, interior design workshops, into Indian fashion design.
There was a part in the book about where to go see shows, different shows, and we saw Chicago. I liked that, Chicago. I went to see it again actually. Quite good. I liked the layout of it, like going to see shows and writing about it and then putting it in my book and then taking photos.
I think the Arts Award has provided kind of glimpses and pathways and ideas for them of careers that perhaps just weren't obvious before. And it's beginning to make them aware of those career pathways, but also give them help into them as well. And that's quite important because how do you start otherwise? How do you start on those career pathways? It's not very clear.
For my leadership project in the arts, I helped with a group of 6 people arrange an award ceremony for the Cornwall art students who completed the awards. For my leadership role, I took the press release and organised all the press pack and that side of it, as well as organising the guest artists to come down and speak. The most exciting thing for me was to see my article in a magazine, and also I sang at the Hall of Cornwall, which is quite an amazing experience.
I trained up a group where I was from and was teaching them breakdance as well, and just while I was at the training I had my journals and books and stuff, and I was drawing and just teaching them little things, so it was good, plus travelling, which I don't usually get to do.
We were particularly looking for young people that might encourage other young artists to draw. I think he's gained a confidence that, you know, it's now about 8 months since I met him, and in that time he's been able to, he now is running quite public workshops with a great confidence.
I ran a photography club because there is hardly any photography at my school and I'm really interested in it. So I wanted to create something where people could go and
experiment with cameras because we have the facilities, we have Photoshop and everything. So I set up a club every Tuesday and people just came and it was really good actually.
I learnt to work well, like work in a team rather than me work on my own, and I learnt to listen to other people. They was all asking, when they first saw me, they was all asking who the teacher was. I was like, it's me. It's like, no. Like, you're so small. I was like, I know. But once I got to know them a bit more, we was having a joke, and then it was time to dance. We had a joke, it was time to dance. They knew when to talk and when not to talk, and when to dance and when not to.
Started through the Arts Award running my own mini band. It was a sax ensemble, and it was for my leadership award. They said, oh, why don't you start something up? And so I started up a band, and we're called Feeling Saxy. And now we're running, and it's because my Arts Award finished, my silver, and we're now running and expanding, and I hope to expand even more and maybe introduce more instruments. It's made me more confident, definitely. I now have the confidence to ask that, can I lead something? So when maybe in a drama class at school, I've got more confidence to speak up and say, hey, give me a chance, I want to lead.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home, yeah, baby, when you come home.
I'd recommend the award by saying it's so different. It's not like anything you're going to do elsewhere, because you get to research the different arts, and I learned so much from that as to what you can do in the arts, and then also you get to use your skills and develop them in different ways, and so that's something really interesting to do.
I think they have a whole lot of ownership and felt they're making things happen for other people. They had a great buzz out of working with younger students, and they really thought that they had more respect for teachers because they could see how hard it was with the planning and evaluation. I felt that I was gaining extra members of staff. Constantly I found doing this award that lots of students would be saying to me, what can I do next? I'd like to do this. That's superb.
Just that it's open, it's very open thing, you know, there's nothing too closed down, and I like how she can be free.
And it's all the time I'm in Croydon, people are like, oh, you're that girl that taught us to dance, and yeah, it was good, and this and that, and I started dance classes and everything, so yeah, it just puts a smile on your face. When you know you're walking in Croydon, it's just like, yeah, you was a teacher. And I was like, yeah, it just puts a smile on your face.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, found out what it means.